Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is AhTravesty playing some Neverwinter Nights 2 modded. I'm playing with the next mod in the Untold Tales of Tolkien series called the Umbral Abyss. This mod is created by Kevin Belmer, also known as Merp UK, and he's also the creator of the first mod of this series called the NWN2 Prince. This is a demo version of the Umbral Abyss mod, which means that it's only the first chapter of what will eventually become a full mod, of 3 chapters I believe. The full mod is still under development, and it looks like that should be released sometime around the end of 2014. For those of you that are new to this series of mods, this takes place in the Middle-earth realm, so there have been some changes to things like races, classes, and spells. I won't go into all the changes, but if you're interested, you can watch my playthrough of the NWN2 Prince mod, where a lot of those changes are explained. Something new that has been implemented in this mod is some custom crafting. So it might be wise to put some points into your crafting skills. Also, there's a fair amount of conversation skill usage in this mod, so don't neglect those skills either. Okay, so just a quick background to what's going on. At the end of NWN2 Prince mod, my companions and I were taken prisoner by a group of Easterlings, and this mod picks up about a year after that happens, so it looks like we're going to be dealing with some prison life for a bit. I'm using the same character that I had exported at the end of the NWN2 Prince mod. He's a 12th level human paladin by the name of Kenneth Sean, and as you can see, he still has all his gear, but once we get started he'll be stripped of everything, as he'll be a prisoner, of course. I'll show you all his attributes, skills, and feats later on once we get into the game. So, let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Okay, this is the lobby area that we're in right now. This is where you're going to first start so you can get your character all set up. And also something of note, if you're not using your imported character from your NWN2 Prince game that you played, you can actually start a new character here and it'll set you all up, all ready to go. So, like I said, I'm using my imported character, so I'm going to use the same thing, so I'm not going to change anything else. So we're going to go ahead and continue as he is. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and enter the portal. Over a year has passed since you sought justice against a band of Easterlings who destroyed your home and murdered your closest friends. In doing so, you discovered a mysterious cult known as the Cerulean Dawn and its enigmatic leader, the NWN2 Prince. Through dogged persistence, the help of your companions, and just a little bit of luck, you put an end to the cult, sent the NWN2 Prince into hiding, and slew the man who led the Easterlings who attacked your home in one final battle. It was over, and it was time to return home. Luck runs out eventually, though. You were quickly spotted and captured by a host of Easterlings and taken back to their city. It was within the walls of Yahmul Balotz that you have spent the last year being interrogated about your purpose in their lands, as well as the goings-on in your own. Until now you have kept your silence, but how much more can you endure? Your untold tale is far from over. Oh. Looks like we're in our prison cell. Chapter 1. Sleep. The most simple yet critical ritual all creatures must undergo and take for granted. Now stolen, withheld, weaponized. All perception of time and place falls into a void. Memories are corrupt. Home is umbral darkness. Loved ones no more than ghoulish visages. Out from the void comes a madness, a delirium of different voices. Vanquished foes cry and scream, "Let it end! No more! Let it all end!" But sleep is yours again for a time. After what feels like a lifetime living without it, the mind relaxes. For once, your mind flushes itself of all thought. For a time, you know no more. Lakelander. Huh? I know you still breathe, little one. Do not think to hide yourself from me, for my gaze stretches far indeed. Who is this? Come now. You must remember. Has your captivity dulled your already feeble human senses? We've met in a place called Dawn Rock, now a great pile of ash. There you slew 2 of my kin. There I promised to slay you in return, should you survive. And survive you have. You actually impress me, Lakelander. The old man must have prized you highly, offering himself to my fires so that you might save yourself. Why your kind see it as a virtue to throw their lives away for one another puzzles me. The weak always die. They serve their purpose, and then they die. Unless you intend to help me, be gone from my thoughts. Help you? And how would that serve my interests? You may die here. My only regret will be that it is not by my hand. I would have thought captivity would give you cause to yearn for companionship, Lakelander. You have your wish this time. Our little arrangement shall be concluded. Knowing your talents for survival, the bloody trail of your movements shall be watched with relish. Until next time, Lakelander. Who's this guy? Looks like somebody's coming in my cell. No sleeping. I thought we had beaten that rule into you enough times. Sleep again and you won't eat. What sorcerous devilry were you conjuring up in your sleep? Speak. And we got a diplomacy check. It was nothing. Success. So who were you speaking with? Or was it some vain pleading for intervention? Let us start from the beginning again. How were you found deep within our lands? Let's remain silent. More hopeless defiance? I have much at my disposal here to make you more talkative. I ask you once more, what were you doing there? Remain silent. Resist torture. Success. We got some experience points. Just how long do you hope to hold out for? You shall tell us everything before the end. Let us speak of something else, whilst you reconsider. You have traveled far into our lands for such a small group. It stands to reason that your little band did not act alone. Tell me, who sent you here? Which of your doomed cities do you serve? And it looks like we got another diplomacy. I acted alone. And successful. I am tempted to press you further, but I know that defeated look in your eyes. I shall take you on your word. But if we learn that others are behind this, I shall see to it that you die a lingering death for all of Yahmul Balotz to see. There is something that I have been very much looking forward to extracting from you. Indeed, it is something even King Sakalik himself has demanded we discover. You have spent much of your time in Rovanion. Who would know of its defenses, its preparedness for war? I will gladly die than tell you anything. Oh, but you shall die. But I insist that you share this knowledge with me first. We have amassed many thousands of men of all tribes under the banner of Sakalik. A host of the kind we have not formed for many long years. Soon the Lord of Mordor shall give us his command to strike at Rovanion, to burn every last refuge of his people down, and claim the kingdom that is rightfully his. You are going to tell me where the kingdom is weakest, where our armies can achieve an overwhelming victory. Vartal produces a razor-sharp circular blade, and I so badly need these answers that I am prepared to start hacking off fingers for each answer, or lack of. that I don't like, so to speak. After an awkward silence, the door bursts open. 2 men enter. One of the guards, along with a man dressed in colorful robes, setting him well apart from the grim environment of your captivity. How dare you disturb me? Can't you see I'm in the middle of an interrogation? The trader here is looking to buy up some prisoners. Well, he can piss off and buy the other prisoners. This one is mine, and I shall be taking all the credit from King Sakalik for the tales he yields to me. Both of you, get gone. Don't you try King Sakalicking me. You'll have to find some other way to lick the manservants of your masters. Some of us are actually in the king's good graces. I have free reign of these dungeons to take new items. This is an outrage. Now, why don't you run along and find another prisoner to stick your cock into? I shall not forget this slaver. And you, prisoner, do not think that you have got off lightly. This isn't over. This one is a little damaged from the interrogations, but he will serve well enough. I'll take this one, but I shall be needing some replacements ready for when it expires. I'm no man's slave. I do not require it to talk at me. Take it to the mine quickly. I am short-handed as it is, and the king's quotas must be fulfilled. You heard him. Move. Okay, so looks like that slaver took control of us and took us to the mines of Yahmul Balotz. And I suspect that that mysterious voice that we heard earlier in that cutscene was actually Sarkalung, the great dragon that we met in NWN2 Prince. He's got a bit of a vendetta on us. I'm curious to see how that's going to turn out. So let's go ahead and take a look at a map. Well, pretty extensive place. Alright, let's go check it out. You, prisoner, get over here. Alright, let's go talk to this guy. Alright, prisoner. This is how things go down here. You dig ore, you keep digging it until we say you've dug enough. If you don't dig, you don't eat. And if you don't dig enough, you don't eat. If you try to do anything stupid, I get the picture. You learn fast. Perhaps you'll become the least useless one here. Now go, find a pick, and get to work. And remember, prisoner, if you don't dig, you don't eat. Okay, journal update. Okay, locate a pick and mine 20 pieces of iron ore, or look into a means of escape. Yeah. Alright, let's take a look in here. Nothing in there. And nothing in there. Does this guy say anything else? Nope. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at our character. Yeah, we got all our gear stripped off of us. Alright, so let's take a quick rundown of all the attributes and everything here I got on Kenneth so everybody knows what I'm dealing with here. I got a 12th level lawful good human paladin with a strength of 15, dexterity 10, constitution 14, intelligence 10, wisdom 14, and the highest is charisma with a 18. Skills, he's really good in concentration and diplomacy. A very nice heal skill, and that's about it. Okay, and as far as feats go, these are all the history feats that you'll get from NWN2 Prince. Apparently they do have a play in this mod, so we'll see how that comes out. I also have monkey grip, we got power attack, we got weapon focus and greatsword and longsword. We got divine might, extra turning, and luck of heroes. Okay. Yeah, back in the NWN2 Prince mod, I had a really good longsword that I started out with, so that's why I had a weapon focus in that. And later on, I found a really nice greatsword, so that I decided to get a weapon focus in that too. So, okay, let's continue on. Ooh, new map pin. Let's take a look here. Let's say mine entrance. And we have a box with some pickaxes. Let's grab them. Oh, what are those guys saying over there? Clear a path on that side. Quickly, or the damn thing will run away from us. I'm doing it already, damn you! Alright, that's a couple of these prisoners over here that are saying all that. Alright, let's take a look at these picks. What do these do? One of a variety of crafting tools. The pickaxe is used to extract ore from veins. Must be in your inventory in order to mine ore. It does not need to be equipped. Success is determined by strength, or if you're a dwarf you get a bonus. Each ore vein has a difficulty to mine depending upon the material it holds. And there is a random chance for also extracting gems from it too. Okay, let's go ahead and try this ore vein here. Let's see if we get anything out of this. He extracted some ore. Nothing else though. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at this ore. What does this do for us? Crafting component. Okay. Let's keep going. Yeah, look at this place. Big flooded cavern here. Got a prisoner over there. Let's go talk with these guys.
Well met.
Will you stop pushing? The damn thing will roll off the edge if we don't straighten up. And why should I care? It's not our ore falling down that pit. And if they find out, you'll be following their cart down there. If they're feeling lenient, they'll just not feed you for the next few days. Oh, I didn't see you there. What do you want? You look like you'd use some help. You got that right. Here, help me to straighten this end, and then we can make it across. Okay, so it looks like we pushed a cart over. There we are. My thanks to you, friend. So, was there something else you wanted? Know of any means of escape? If there were, do you really think we would be standing here telling you all about it? Nobody leaves this place. Not one of them. Alright. And we got another prisoner down here. Let's go talk to this guy. More new faces, it never ends. And another ore vein. Let's see if we can pull any ore out of this one. Well, we got 100 experience points for dealing with that, those two guys in that cart, it looks like. Alright, looks like we pulled a gem and some ore out of this one. Let's take a look. Oh, a couple gems we got out of that one. Nice. Okay. So this is a dead end. Let's get out of here. Looks like this is the only way we can go. Alright, this prisoner know anything? Stay away from the guards in narrow places. And there's another prisoner over there. Hold up. If you're coming this way, there's not enough room to pass. We'll have this cleared in a moment. Okay.
I'd greet you if I cared.
Guess we come back later. And here's another prisoner. Shh, they'll see us. Okay. Let's take a look at a map. Okay, here was the first dead end we were at. We went across this ledge, and now we're up here. Let's keep going this way. And it's Crispin! It doesn't take long to recognize the prisoner in front of you. Beads of sweat glisten off his head as he in turn recognizes your face. Crispin drops his pick and offers a relieved smile. Crispin is one of the companions that you'll get from NWN2 and Prince, and he was one that was captured with you at the end of that mod, so looks like we're gonna get him back here. Kenneth, I don't even know where to begin. I'm glad to see you alive. I'd feared the worst. Crispin, it's good to see you too. Perhaps this hasn't been a total disaster. Ivan still lives. I think he was moved someplace further inside the mine. There are many prisoners here who were brought from the dungeons, all in the same boots as us. What happened to you? Soon after we were brought to the dungeons and separated, I was placed in a cell. I think it was quite close to the one they threw you into. I was questioned at length about our business here, And of course the dragon, the dawn, all of it. Once they knew for sure that it was you who had led our group, they lost interest in me. Ivan speaks of a similar experience, and thus we feared for you. We knew that you would receive the worst of their interrogations. Once they had what they wanted and tired of beating me, I was sold to the Easterling lordling who owns this wretched place. What troubled me the most throughout all of this is their intentions. Not of the beasts tormenting prisoners, but this city they serve. There are masses of Easterling forces here, along with more siege weapons than I could count when we arrived. They tried to have me reveal the kingdom's readiness and defenses to them during interrogation. I was able to resist, but the sheer mass of forces that they have gathered here would crush all the forces in Ravanion combined. They must be warned. Do you know anything about this mine? It's a slave mine. Such places are typical of all known parts of Rune. Slavery drives their empire. Many people of Ravanion and Gondor have probably been worked to death in places like this. The trade of people is so pervasive here that a slaver was able to buy us off our captors. I think this tells you just how much value they put in this disgusting trade. The one who owns this mine is called Hisavor. According to other prisoners, he is a rather successful and feared slaver. He is supposedly involved in other affairs too, but those I spoke with seemed reluctant to say any more. This mine is huge. The tunnels up ahead seem to wind on endlessly. There are constant comings and goings. New slave prisoners seem to arrive every day. The mine does come to an end, though, at a large smelting area, where all the ore the slaves have gathered is turned into iron. No doubt to be sold on and used to fuel war efforts. Beyond that lies gate after gate, lined with guards. If you tried to leave this mine, you won't go unseen. Come on, let's take a closer look around. Okay, so, looks like we got 500 experience points, and we got Crispin with us. And we had a journal entry here. Meet up with Ivan further inside the mine. And we got this east is poised. If the opportunity presents itself, you should learn what you can and try to bring news of the enemy's plans to Ravanion. Okay, let's take a look at Crispin. Okay, so right now he's just a first level off a good human fighter, but it looks like we got enough experience points to get him leveled up to where he needs to be. So let's see, base attributes, he's got a 16 strength, and dexterity and constitution are 14, intelligence 12, and wisdom and charisma are 10. And let's see, what's he got some points in here for skills. Looks like his best one so far is parry with 6 and then taunt with 4, but we're going to level him up and get that all squared away. His starting feats, he's got cleave, power attack, toughness, and oh yeah, something to note too, when you start in this Untold Tales of Tolkien, you don't have heavy armor, so that's something to keep in mind too. Okay, so I think I'm going to go ahead and level him up and get him to where he needs to be. I'm going to try to keep him the same as what he was back in NWN2 Prince, with the exception of his skills. I'm going to start investing some points into crafting and stuff now that we have a crafting opportunity in this mod, so I'll be back in a moment. Okay, Crispin's all leveled up. Let's see. I did put all his attribute points into strength, so now his strength is 18. And skills, I got a good amount in craft armor and craft weapon. And I kept going up with taunt also. Now something else I did invest a point in open lock. So with his high dexterity it's now 3, and there's a reason I did that, and I'll get into that when we get further on into this mod here. Okay, and feats. Back in NWN2 Prince I had him pretty much souped up with a flail, so I did pretty much the same thing here. He's got all the weapon focuses and improved criticals and power criticals and specializations in flail. Hopefully we'll find a good flail somewhere in this mod, but I want to kind of keep it the same as what I had him in NWN2 Prince. Okay, so let's take a quick rundown. He did have cleave and dodge, knockdown, mobility he's got now, and that's about it, besides all the flail specializations and stuff like that. He's pretty much the same. And something else I did is I gave him all the crafting components along with the pickaxes. Now that his strength is 18, he should have a better opportunity with mining. So I gave all the pickaxes to him so he can deal with some ore. And speaking of that, it looks like we got some ore back here. So let's go ahead and see if there's any different here. I'm expecting to get a lot more ore and some gems out of these now with Crispin. Let's see how it works. Okay, so it looks like we got 3 ores out of that, and it looks like we got a gem out of that one too. So it appears to be giving us a better opportunity to mine. Let's try this one. Yeah, we got a gem out of that one. And a little bit of ore. Let's take a look at this one. And some more ore. And that's it. Okay, so that's good enough for me. Okay, so I guess we got it to go back this way. Let's see, is that minecart cleared now? Yes, it is. It is now removed. Let's keep going this way then. And we have another prisoner here.
Is there something you wish?
Does he say anything new?
Well met.
Nope. Whatever you're plotting, I don't want to know. And here's another prisoner.
Well met.
Out of the bloody way. Alright, what do we got here? Map pin. And Crispin said something. I don't know how many souls they have trapped in this place, but all of it is feeding their war efforts. There's an even larger area like this further inside the mine. Okay, let's take a look at a map pin. Small smelting area. And we got a guard down here too. Piss off! Get back to bloody work. Alright, this prisoner know anything? Nope.
Yes.
And we got ore vein. Let's get Crispin on that. See what kind of stuff we can get. It looks like we appear to be pulling a decent amount of ore. Nope, nothing else there. Alright, anything on this? Let's go talk to this prisoner.
Is there something
here.
you wish?
Nope, nothing
Yes.
new on him either. And we got another ore vein. Let's hit this one real quick. Not getting much luck out of this one. Got a little bit of ore, but that's about it. Let's see what we got now here. Got a decent amount of ore, a few gems. Alright, let's go back up here. Okay, let's see. We are up here now. Okay, so this is probably a good spot for a quick save.